Yeah, quite a bit less windy. It's a noticeable difference, and temperatures still above normal. Nothing to complain about except long-term, the lack of rain. We're not going to be able to do anything about that anytime soon. Of course, the situation in Southern California quite a bit more dire. Our winds relaxed a lot today because this area of high pressure moved almost directly on top of us. And when that happens, the air is just going straight down. It's not moving from side to side. But for Southern California, the atmosphere over their heads is still being squeezed in between that high and an area of low pressure in the desert southwest. And all that air being funneled through accelerates, and they still have some breezy conditions, and they still have red flag warnings in effect for much of Southern California in the hills above Los Angeles and also San Diego. So that elevated fire danger still not over in other parts of the state. And we're not completely out of the woods yet because the rain a couple weeks ago definitely helped. But we need some more, and we just don't have any in the forecast anytime soon. Current wind speeds, again, this is a whole different story than what we had yesterday. A lot of calm locations where the number is just 0, but 5 to 10 mile an hour sustained winds. It's a lot different than the 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts that we had on Thanksgiving. Beautiful look to the west towards the Golden Gate from atop of the Mark Hopkins Hotel. Temperatures right now, everybody's in the 50s. It's down to 51 degrees already in San Francisco, 52 degrees in Oakland. Otherwise, temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 50s. Will drop off pretty quickly as we head through the rest of the night. Not too much farther around the bay. That's where the warmest temperatures will be, the moderating influence of the water. Low 40s around the bay and along the coast. Otherwise, temperatures in the 30s farther inland and even down to or below freezing early tomorrow morning in some of the valleys of the North Bay. Otherwise, we're talking mid to upper 30s inland, with a fast warm-up in store for us on Saturday, with temperatures rising up to about 3 to 6 degrees above normal. We'll be in the low to mid 60s once again. Late November, our average high temperatures are just right around 60 degrees, within a degree or two on either side, but we'll exceed that already by early tomorrow afternoon. Let's zoom in for a closer look. Temperatures should reach the low 60s, even right along the coast, with low to mid 60s around the south end of the bay and mostly mid 60s for the Santa Clara Valley. Very similar temperatures inland in the East Bay. The Tri-Valley should reach up into the mid 60s. Maybe a degree or two warmer on the east side of the Diablo Range, but not going to see a huge contrast even that far inland to what's happening around the bay. Temperatures mostly in the low to mid 60s around the Central Bay, always a few degrees cooler around Sausalito, and then temperatures mostly into the mid, even a few upper 60s for the North Bay, kind of warming up faster after that very cold start tomorrow morning. Dry air in place and it heats up very efficiently as it cools down at night. Our neighbors to the north, Mendocino and Lake County, should also reach up mostly into the low to mid 60s. Cloverdale might be one of the warmer spots on the map with a high of 68 degrees. I'm going to get out of the way, show you the 7-day forecast, and as has been the case for the past several days, absolutely no rain in the 7-day forecast. A few passing clouds Sunday night into Monday, maybe a sprinkle in the North Bay Monday morning. Otherwise, a few passing clouds again on Thursday, but I just don't think we're going to see any rain headed our way anytime soon. We're going to take a look at the longer range outlook coming up in